Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the CHOFETZ CHAIM as we are nearing the conclusion of the Pesicha that we've been spending so much time going through. And he writes the following. He's speaking about that when you transgress the prohibition of speaking Lashon HaRa, of the gossip and the evil speech, you become someone who is subject to being oror, to being cursed by Hashem. And then he writes, "V'yedu Maimar Gemara b'Shvuos." We are aware of that which the Gemara says. The oror ba'klala ba'nidu is someone who is cursed. He gets klala, he gets curses in his life, unidui, and he's put into excommunication. L'chein kol ish yodea ba'atzma shelo nizam me'oven amar zeh, and therefore anyone who knows themselves that they are having a really hard time being careful from guarding their mouths and speaking Lashon HaRa, they must start fearing for the safety of their nefesh, of their soul. Because perhaps, God forbid, they have been excommunicated min hashamayim, from the heavens and before Hashem. That's a pretty bad thing, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM. If you are thrown away from HaKadosh Baruch Hu in Shemayim, and He looks down on you with tremendous disdain, and He somewhat excommunicates you in the spiritual matter upstairs, that is a very bad place for a person to be in, and they should keep this in mind if they cannot control their mouths in speaking Lashon HaRa. There's a sefer called Sefer Charedim which speaks about this at length. There's many other terrible things that will surround a person when he is well versed in this bitter sin of Lashon HaRa. Kagain, for example, midas achzarias hagerua. This person will be entrenched in the character trait of achzarias, of cruelty. He's cruel to others from the things that he says. Umidas hakashu avan chomer. So too, he will be steeped in the midah of kas, of anger, which is a terrible sin. When a person speaks Lashon HaRa, very often it's because they are angry with another person. That's why they're saying these words of gossip and evil speech. And it also festers and fosters inside of them more anger and the like. Like the Gemara tells us, and many times a person will come to leitzanus, they become a scoffer, and many other negative character traits that a person will absorb along the way as they continue to live a life where they are entrenched in the world of Lashon HaRa. Al-Kain, therefore, I'll call divrei psicha azais, on all the words that I've written in this psicha, in this introduction. Shemimena nuchali havines goydal kilkol abal yidei Lashon HaRa v'rechilas, and you understand now the tremendous damage and destruction that will be done by a person who continues to speak Lashon HaRa and rechilas and tailbearing. The Torah itself has explained to us and shown us explicitly this prohibition, and it's given us a unique prohibition when it comes to the world of Lashon HaRa. Do not go like a talebearer amongst your people and spread the words of Lashon HaRa. We don't have another verse by the other bad midas, character traits that there are, that says don't go around and spread the sin of kas, of anger. Don't go around and spread the sin of chanifa, flattery, so on and so forth. But by Lashon HaRa it tells you don't go around and spread the terrible sin of Lashon HaRa. Like I wrote in the very beginning of this introduction, and with these final words, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, we are concluding the Pesicha, the long introduction that we've been working on. Now, although that he says that he's completing it, we still have 3 little paragraphs to finish tomorrow, Bez Hashem, which will be the final charge of the messages that we have to take from this Pesicha as we enter in to Chelik Rishon, to the first part of this work, Hilchos Isur Lashon HaRa, the laws of the prohibition of speaking Lashon HaRa, gossip and evil speech. So stay tuned for one more day where we'll complete the Pesicha Yetz Hashem tomorrow, and then we'll move into the body of the text. Have a wonderful day.